2 cysts here, and I'm gonna do a little punch. I think I see the little punctum right here. I hope you don't mind my talking.
No, that's fine.
Talk out loud here while we're doing this. So we've had these for a little while here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give them a little squeeze. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
I kind of squeezed your back hard. I bet
Oh,
that was it. You didn't like me squeezing it.
Maybe that was it.
I gave it a real big squeeze to try to get all of it out as I can, but now I have access underneath, so I'm going to put a little numbing right under there.
Okay.
Just in case you felt that, but I think it was just me. I gave you a big squeeze. I'm sure that would hurt if you didn't have any numbing at all, so. That should help, but I might squeeze you again here.
It's okay.
But at least now if you know what I'm doing, I think you'll be more okay with that. Can you pull that off there? Trying to get this out of a little itty bitty hole here. Am I squeezing it too hard?
No.
Okay. Because it's in our back, it's like under there, so we have to kind of lift it up by squeezing it, and I'm trying to get it out of a small little area hole here. So if I do that, I have to lift it up a little bit. Apologize for that. Can you give her a little squeeze? You have to pull hard just to lift it up. There you go. As long as it's not hurting you, okay? So you used to, where you're working, then it's sort of like a part-time kind of thing, but it's the same people that you're working with.
Yeah.
That's nice. So it's like you don't really have to leave, but you don't have all those responsibility or the hours.
No charting. I mean,
oh, that's nice.
A little bit of handwritten notes. And it's
wow, that is nice.
9 to 1, and they're closed on the weekends.
How come everybody doesn't do that? Because it's like a part-time kind of job?
I
would think more people would want to do that.
Yeah, this is like the cush job.
Ah,
and they just now they need someone who can fill in when the regulars go on vacation.
And so you already know how to do everything too.
Yeah.
They're not worried about that. Oh, that's awesome. I guess you have to have seniority to do this, maybe, huh?
You have to. I was certified in lactation, so.
Oh. And that's what you have to do. You're teaching people when they have a baby, how to take care of them.
Right.
Oh.
And they come in.
Healthy beginnings.
Like after.
I think I did this.
Discharge.
I was having problems when I had my first baby learning how to breastfeed. I did not know how to do it.
And how would you know how?
But you would, it's like, I don't know why, but nobody told me that. I thought that it was just supposed to happen and you just knew. I think a lot of people feel like that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, how come and I think with me, I sort of have a type A personality. I was like, okay, I want it to happen right now. And it's like, doesn't work that way.
It really does.
It's like, the more you're stressed out about it, the more it won't happen.
Yeah. Was it easier with the second?
Yeah, the second one, then I just knew. I mean, I kind of knew what to do. I knew now not to get stressed.
Yeah.
The stressing actually makes it a lot worse.
It does.
It makes it not happen. And I would just, I don't know, I had problems with it. I really did. I was like, I thought, oh, I could go into work and I could just breastfeed when I could breastfeed, every 2 hours just on the clock. I just would say, I'd book it out in my time and just say, I'm going to go and do it. And I couldn't do it. I would forget.
Yeah.
And then I look down and go, oh my gosh, I have to breastfeed, or I have to pump or whatever,
Yeah.
You're living it. You're like, I couldn't do it. And my timing at work just doesn't work that way. I can't predict how things flow.
For I think nurses and doctors and teachers, you'd think it would be.
You'd think we would
be able to, but it's really probably the hardest jobs to do it.
Really, yeah.
That's what we hear.
That's interesting. Why do you think so? Because we have a certain time schedule and you can't put that in the schedule?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. And it just, the type A personality,
Yeah.
and then being able to relax for your mouth to let down.
I remember once I went to a store, like a baby store, and they had a lactation room, and I didn't really understand. I was complaining to them how I couldn't do it, and they said, "Oh, here you go, come back to this room." And it was a really relaxing room where they had all this music, and then I was like, "Oh, I get it. I just need this. I have to relax and settle down, or it won't happen."
Right.
Sorry, I'm fiddling around here, but the most important is you're not feeling anything. I'm trying to just get it out of the smallest hole possible, but get all of it. So, just requires me kind of futzing around here a little bit.
It's all goopy.
No, it's not. It's a little. I'll show you the first initial part of it. I think it'll be interesting for you. But it's the cyst sac wall is what we have to remove, and it's very friable. It like tears easily. So it's like you can't get it out in one full piece, and that's what makes it kind of a pain, because you have to pull at it a little bit and try to get all of it, and it's stuck to you. It's adherent. Do you love L&D?
I do, but I can't say I
miss it.
Yeah, I guess I do in a little bit, but it was kind of stressful, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't you think it's stressful to be a OBGYN? Oh my gosh.
You know, I think I love them. There's most of them over there are. I love them as doctors, and most of them are really nice people. But I can't imagine what that does to your life to be called in all the time in the middle of the night.
Right. I think that's why a lot of them switch, and then they just do gyne or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because that is a tough life. Okay, relax for a minute here. Let's just see if I can. Thank you for helping me there, Valerie. I went through all of that, and I almost feel like, should I just extend it a little bit? Because it looks pretty good though. Wait, I think I see something. No, that looks good. Tugging a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the cyst wall. There's something right here. But like it's underneath, it dives under right here. She doesn't mind me talking, thank goodness. She's a nurse, so she gets all of this. So what do you think about, we'll start all this controversy here, because I remember when I went in and I said, I'm having epidural the moment my water breaks, or when they were going to break my water, I said, you better have the anesthesiologist here. And I just think, I remember all you girls, like, I was like, who's that person screaming next door? And my nurse rolled her eyes, she said, that person doesn't want an epidural.
You know what, they didn't have epidurals when I had my kids. And it was doable.
Well, yeah, you're gonna live.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it would have been so much better, perhaps.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was, actually they were both, I had, first one took longer, back labor, but then it went fast once he turned. And then the other one was fast. I actually taught Lamaze classes.
Oh, I see.
And so I kind of, what was really frustrating is I had back labor with the first, went in to be checked, and I wasn't even one, and my husband thought I was crazy. I didn't know what I was doing, and they sent us home. And then I went back like 6 hours later, and I hadn't progressed much at all. But then all of a sudden, and that, you know, but my husband thought, don't you know?
Oh, because
yeah, because I taught the classes.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, man.
It's when you really experience it, no matter what, it's just so, it's such a strange, it really shows us that we're animals, I feel like.
Doesn't it make you feel like you can do anything?
Yes, yes it does. But and it's just something that men have no idea how, like, so unknown it is to us too. It's like if you've never, you can talk about it up the wazoo and explain it, but until you experience it, you don't really know anything about it, really, you know.
Well, and I remember
different thing.
The gal that I had to follow, you know, to get my certification for the lungs, and I remember her saying in her classes that, you know, the nurses couldn't really tell if